I have 3 hours to clean this pool and get it ready for pictures. The house goes on the market tomorrow and this needs to happen. The pool's in rough shape, layers of dust, dirt, and algae coating everything. The plan? Knock out this cleanup with some serious strategy. I'm Cody Griffin with Pool School. Let's get started. Step 1, vacuuming straight to the waistline. Luckily, there's a 3-way valve here, and this cartridge system used to be a DE filter, but they left a waistline so I can bypass the filter entirely. All this dirt and dead algae is too much for the filter, so vacuuming directly to waste is the way to go. It's messy, but it's fast, and that's exactly what we need to get this pool back to looking its best. I'm just overlapping my passes here, making sure that I get all of this dead algae, dirt, and debris out of this pool as fast as I can. As you can tell, this overhead shot is pretty awesome. You can see how I'm just sucking all this stuff out of the system. Thankfully, because we need this filter working its best so that it can filter all the remaining contaminants after brushing. I'm really not too concerned about the leaves as they're just in the way anyways, so I'm just going after the dirt all over the flat surfaces of the pool and up the walls. As much as the dirt was sticking, I was trying to vacuum it. And also, I do get the spa as well. And once everything is completely out as much as I possibly can, I'm going to switch to netting. Netting is awesome, and I usually do net first, but because of the severity of how much dust was in the bottom and how many leaves were in the pool, I wanted to make sure that I got all the dust out before I netted so I didn't kick up any of that dust. We want this pool looking perfect as much as possible for pictures. Now, with the next step, brushing is intense for this pool. The algae was stuck to the walls, and I was trying my best to just get as much as I possibly could. And there were times whenever I would use my brush and push as hard as I could, and the algae was still sticking to the walls. So I definitely broke a sweat with this one. If you're enjoying the video so far, give it a thumbs up, consider subscribing, and if you want to learn a little bit more about pool care, download our free cheat sheet down below. I enjoy brushing. It's pretty satisfying, honestly. You don't get to see this every day. I mean, when was the last time you saw a GoPro attached to a pool pole and brushed algae? Pretty awesome. Brushing is how you're going to keep all of the algae at bay. If you don't brush your pool, most of the time you will get algae, especially in the summer. In the cooler winter months, especially in Texas, you can get away with not brushing every week, but typically you do want to brush every single week when it comes to your pool. I'm in Texas, so it gets hot down here, and we have to brush every single week, so I've built up quite the muscle memory. I take care of over 50 pools a week, and I can tell you, I've built up the strength to be able to do this all day, every day. At first, it may be a little difficult for you, but once you get the hang of it and you get the muscle memory down, then you'll become efficient at brushing. It's pretty rough. I had to get the stairs, all the corners, benches, and every little spot in the pool that had algae. And then I have to start brushing the floor because something was going on to where I guess they didn't have a pool service company for a while. And then they put their house on the market, and then all of a sudden, here I am, rushing to get this pool looking better. As you can tell, it's already looking a lot better than it was, but it's still not 100%. It's gonna take at least a whole day, but we should be able to get it blue for pictures. And I do have to brush the floor. The floor is the worst part. That's where the algae really sticks. Sometimes it can be very difficult to get it out, but thankfully this algae was coming right up with no issues. I did miss a few spots. It's kind of hard to tell. The water was starting to get cloudy. Got all of the algae brushed up. It was tough. I was rushing against the clock as well because it was about 11:53 when I started recording. And now it's about 12:30-ish. And I'm nearing like the threshold. By 3 p.m. is when they were going to take pictures. I wanted to make sure that this would get enough time to circulate with the shock and get everything cleared up in time. But for now, after brushing and adding some shock, this pool's looking pretty cloudy. But with a little bit of circulation and a little bit of time letting the filter and pump work, it should clear up. And when you look at that, this is the very next day. Pictures came out great, but this is just one day of circulation. It went from this to this. Absolutely beautiful. And this isn't the last step in this process. I do have to do a filter clean as well to make sure it comes out tippity top shape. So I'm gonna break down the filter and then clean the cartridges. For me, this is so satisfying. I love cartridge filters and I love cleaning them. Typical cartridge filters have 4 cartridges in them, but some have 8 little tiny cartridges, but for the most part, you'll have 4. Some single cartridges, but mainly 4. I'll just let the video footage do the talking. With the filter clean finished up, we're ready to get this pool back in regular operation. Just a day ago, this pool looked like dog water, and now it's clean, clear, and pristine, ready to jump in and swim. This is my first video on this YouTube channel. I would greatly appreciate it if you hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and if you are a new pool owner, check out the link down below in the description to get your free pool care cheat sheet. If you're looking to take it one step further, enroll in Pool School. It's a complete online guide that'll teach you everything that you need to know from A to Z to make pool care easy. Thank you for joining me, and we'll see you on the next one. Later.